Yeah, what the heck?
This is always a very difficult part of the schedule. You know, when you've been out for so long and come back and then shut out again.
Yeah, but you know, we're gonna play 82. They're gonna play 82. You know, I told our guys, I promise you, everybody will play 82 at some point. I said, now last year I coached a team, we only played 81, and they couldn't figure that one out, and I didn't even tell them why. But you know, it is hard. This is a hard one, a 7-game road trip. You know, I don't know how many days, and then you come back, and then you play, and then you pack and leave tonight. So, you know, before the trip started, we looked at this as a 9-game road trip, not a 7-game road trip, because that's what it is, you know, in a lot of ways.
Have you been surprised with how Keto has kind of progressed over the last 3 or 4 games?
I don't know if surprised. He's playing great, you know, and he's doing, what I'm surprised, I was even surprised in the first game, is his ball handling. You know, usually you miss the amount of games that he's missed. That's the last thing that comes around because of the speed of the game and all that. And his passing is, you know, we run that 4-5 pick and roll, which is unorthodox. And he's making passes that it looked like he'd been playing all along. So his shot is coming too, and his conditioning. He's working. I tell you, he feels, you can see, he feels like this is this shot for him. And he's just, I'm very happy with his work.
How's it been defensively?
He's been good. You know, he knows the coverages, at least a lot of them because of Stan, you know, in Orlando. So, you know, it's easy for him to pick up. Now, getting it and doing it is 2 different things, but he's getting better at it.
Are there intangible things, like as a veteran, that he brings that maybe we don't notice?
Yeah, you know, even that I didn't know. You know, the first game he dressed. DJ came out and lost his mind over some play, and before I got to him, Hito ran out on the floor and grabbed him and told him he was wrong, and that this next play, let's move on. And I mean, I was looking at, that's the stranger talking to him right now. And DJ, they listen because they know he's been around. And you know, it's easy for players to listen to each other when they believe each player has the right thing at heart. You know, I think that makes a good team.
Where's his conditioning right now?
His conditioning? I don't know. I'm sure it's average at best. As far as his shape, like weight is way down. He's in great shape that way. But I don't care how much you lose and all that. It's basketball, and it's NBA basketball, and you're not gonna, you know, get that working out in the gym by yourself. So it's just gonna take time.
Your favorite term, Grammy trip.
Yeah.
5-2.
Yeah.
I know you would have loved to have been 7-0, but you
Yeah.
got to be impressed with that.
Yeah, I was very happy with it. You know, we didn't start the trip out great. We were 2-2, and then we won the next 3. You know, so it was a very good trip for us. Very happy with that.
With back to Hito, you guys tried with Steven to get a veteran guy, and he never seemed like he picked it up.
Yeah.
Was that with that extra roster spot kind of the plan all along, was to try to throw something against a couple different guys?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, we're just gonna. It's nice to have the flexibility. It's nice to look out there and see who's out there, and sometimes guys come available, and sometimes they don't. You know, we did it almost every year in Boston. Got lucky a couple of times, and sometimes it didn't work out. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't take the chance. You know, I always go back to P.J. Brown was sitting literally at home, and we just happened to have the All-Star game in New Orleans, and we just grabbed a couple of guys who were on the All-Star team, jumped in the car, knocked on his door. I mean, he had sent out 0 fillers. He answered the door. He hadn't been playing basketball. And we told him we wanted him, and we would wait as long as it takes him to get in shape. But we wanted to sign him today, you know. And we made the biggest shot in the playoffs for us.
He was the guy who won a game for you.
Yeah, in Cleveland, Game 7. You know.
Is the hope that Hito down the line is the type of guy?
I think Hito will be earlier than that. You know, Hito was in shape and he was working out and playing basketball. Hito's helped us already. So, you know, you sign any of those guys if you know, if somebody helps you win 1 game in the playoffs, they're worth it.
Do you have someone in mind for that little hot spot, or is that just something you like just to keep open?
No, it's just right now we're just gonna keep it open.
Jamal's recent playoff match kind of catapulted back into the 6th man of the year discussion in your mind.
I thought he was already in that. Has he not been?
Well, he was in the starting lineup.
Yeah, but he knew he was a sixth man. You know, Ginobili starts at times, and he still won the award at times. But I don't, let me just, you'll find this. I don't really care about awards a whole bunch. But if they're going to give one, yeah, then clearly he's it. But I haven't looked at the other teams, so I wouldn't know.
You kind of stumped a little bit for DJ though.
Yeah, I did.
Also, did you call other coaches?
Is that what it's called, stumping? That's what they still call it? Yeah, it's a political thing. Yeah, I was just
I
questioning.
watched the news like twice on it.
You must. That's impressive.
Did you call other coaches and
Yeah.
say, take a look at what DeAndre's doing?
Yeah.
Are you hopeful tomorrow?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one, though. It's just a lot of guys, at that position, at the 5'4". But, yeah, I got a great response, but, it's just like, that's why you go under a curtain when you're stumping and they vote for real.
Yes.
Because, I'm going to vote for him, and then they shift that other lever, so.
Everybody told you
No, everyone didn't say that, but, a few did. And the ones who didn't say, yeah, I really like him. That doesn't mean that's, you don't know. So I'm hoping.
To that point, it seemed DeAndre learned a lot over the summer when he was with Team USA and Coach K. Is that, if there's a possibility in the future, is that a call that you would make? Because you know Coach K and obviously all those coaches to say, hey, this guy's having a great year and playing well. Is that something?
If that's what he wants, yeah. I don't think that far ahead, to be honest. Yeah, sure. If that's what he wants to do, and yeah, for sure. I will say this though, that style Olympic, they look for about everybody that can shoot the three for the most part.
Could you describe how your emotions went from being concerned when Chris got hurt to where you are now, and how you've dealt without him?
I don't know if my emotions have changed much, really. I said it right away. Chris was going to miss some games this year, and guys miss games. And so I didn't think much about it. There was nothing I could do, and I think our players have to feel that way every night. You try to win the game. Guys miss games, and I think this is a good thing for our team. In the long run, it gets Chris with fresh legs when he comes back. We were struggling whenever Chris went out of the game. And now when he comes back and when we take him out, our team kind of has found a way to play that way as well. So in the long run, you can always find something, no matter how bad things look. And that's just the way I viewed it when he went down.
But it's hard to lose your floor leader for a few games, but for this length of time and to be able to adjust.
Yeah.
You got to be impressed.
I am. I'm happy with it. But I look at us, we can still be better. And, but that's how you have to be. It's just important. San Antonio doesn't blink when someone misses games, and neither does Miami and Oklahoma. They haven't blinked a lot either right now. So it's just, we're in a very competitive conference, and you just got to keep playing.
What kind of traveler is Chris when he's on the road with you guys, but he has no basketballs and outlets?
Well, he talks more, if that's possible. He was back in the coaches section every trip, and we were like, go back in the front and play cards. But what I love about him is he's really into it. Like, he's into the game. He's doing the timeouts, you can hear him. And, a lot of guys just travel to travel. I thought he was very good on the road. I was impressed with that. Because you don't know. He was good.
And Chris, do you see a guy who's been a coach?
Yeah, but I don't know if I want to play for him. Because, listen, he's too good. And he sees too much stuff. So that would be hard. That would be real hard.
Doc, who's your Super Bowl pick and why?
Seattle in defense. Make it quick. 85 Bears. Always comes back to that.
Defense wins championships in the NFL, though, or no?
Yeah, defense wins championships. Yeah.
Doc, what have been your impressions of John Wall?
He's been good, man. He's growing up. I was really impressed with yesterday's game because he wasn't a flash. He just played a solid point guard game. And that's what I think impresses more people than all the other stuff. So, he's been really good all year. He's starting to make the shot. He's learning out different ways than just speed to play.
How about Bill?
He was great last night. Where he's improved is he's doing it more than just catch and shoot. Starting to put it on the floor. And one thing, Bradley, I've known him because of Austin as well. since he's 7th grade, 8th grade. I've been watching him. His defense is always, he's an underrated defender. Like he will compete every night, and I think people look at him as a shooter, and they should look at him far more than that.
What kind of value has Chris added on the bench while he's been out?
You know, I have no idea. I know he helps because he's another guy like Turk. Our guys are, the one thing I've been impressed with our team, they don't tell each other anything unless it's of value. You know what I mean? They don't BS each other. They tell the truth. Sometimes guys can handle it, sometimes they can't, but I think it's a good thing, and I think Chris does a great job of that. Thank you, guys.